The first curve I used in this logo was a parabola with the equation 0.04x squared minus 17. As this curve is the bottom of the logo, I added the minus 17 so that it wouldn't be too close to the origin, as I wanted the top half of the logo to be closer to the origin. And I also then restricted the parabola from negative 5.9 to 5.9. I then added two vertical lines with the equations x equals minus 6 and x equals 6, and I also restricted it from negative 15.4 to 0.1, as I wanted it to not be too close to the origin. I then added an ellipse with the equation x squared over 6 squared plus y squared over 2 squared, which is less than or equal to 1. I made a equal to 6 so that it could fit in between x equals negative 6 and x equals 6, so that now it looks like a cylinder. And then I made b equal to 2 so that the shape would look more like an ellipse and not a circle. I made the ellipse the shaded area, as I was going to add another part on top of the cylinder to give it a shadow effect. I then added two parallel lines with the equations x equals negative 1.5 and x equals 1.5. I restricted them so that it could be in between 0 and 4.1 so that it could act as the neck of the soap bottle. I then added another parabola with the equation 0.05x squared plus 4, and I restricted it from negative 3.5 to positive 3.5 so that it could act as the bottom part of the soap dispenser. I added another pair of parallel lines with the equations x equals negative 3.5 and x equals 3.5. I restricted x equals negative 3.5 from 4.6 to 8.3 so that it could connect to the top part of the logo, and I restricted x equals 3.5 from 4.6 to 8.05 so that it didn't connect to the top part of the logo. I then added another line which was y equals 6, and I restricted it from 3.5 to 5.5 to act as the bottom part of where the soap comes out. And to add to that, I added a cubic curve of the equation negative 0.009x cubed plus 7.5, and I restricted it from 3.5 to 5.5 to act as the top part of where the soap comes out. Originally, I was going to add two lines instead of the one cubic line. One of those lines was going to be parallel to y equals 6, and the other was going to be perpendicular to y equals 6. So then the soap dispenser part would look rectangular instead of triangular. However, if I had also made it rectangular, it would have gone over the equation limit of 12. And for the last part of the logo, I added another ellipse with the equation x squared over a squared plus y minus 8.5 in brackets squared over b squared equals 0.35. I added the minus 8.5 so then the ellipse wouldn't be at the origin where my first ellipse was, and I also added the equals 0.35 so then it would be smaller than the first ellipse. Otherwise, if I had made it the same size, it would look disproportionate.